from the Daily Wire. Biden races to sell off border wall parts before Trump takes office. The goal is to move all of it off the border before Christmas, Arizona Border Patrol agent tells the Daily Wire. So here's where it gets crazy, because apparently, not only this, but since the Daily Wire broke the story, they have now started taking down the auction posts where they were trying to sell off parts of the border wall. So you can see this. Look, $5. Dude, I want some.
Sold.
Buy that.
Sold.
I want some of this border wall. I don't know.
Is it 5 per like foot though?
Add to
I have no idea.
It looks like it says.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
$5 for 32 feet.
Yeah, it looks like 532.91 by
and have them put it
7.91
up?
steel bollards.
Bro.
$5.
I imagine that they make you transport it to your house. They're not going to do
But
that.
what if it gets put back up and then you own part of the border?
Yeah, what if you
that'd
buy
be
it and then
great.
just put it
Like
up?
a brick with your
right?
name on it?
Sweet.
The fact that they're taking it, that they're auctioning it off, is atrocious, because the American people have made it very clear that they want significant changes to the current conditions at the border and the system surrounding immigration. That's very, very clear.
As an immigrant, I agree.
The Biden administration is literally doing things to stymie the incoming president in conflict with what the American people want. It doesn't surprise me that they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and start, trying to hide this and take this stuff down now that word is out.
I mean, how climbable do you think it is? Like, could you get over it, Phil?
They're easily climbable.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
Right.
They can
Grappling hook.
Yeah. It's dangerous and it's stupid, but they can also be cut through. The problem is, what you really want is probably triple layered bollard fencing with razor wire and a patrol that drives across. But as James O'Keefe has proven, Border Patrol will sit by while they're doing whatever they want and do nothing. That's it.
What about if you went under? You could just like
do that.
They do, but I think these go pretty deep down, so over is easier.
Right.
Going under requires a lot of digging.
How deep do they go?
I don't know, but they can be cut through very easily. And the other thing I'll point out too is at the border at Tijuana and San Diego, there's just a 4-foot hole, and like
4-foot hole in the fence.
Yeah, you can
there's
look
a
at
wall. Yeah, you
It's
just
crazy.
walk right through.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're big, you're not getting through it. But I could have easily just stepped through it.
Dude, these people are starving.
There's CBP on the other side, and nobody in Tijuana is actually trying to go through there. But what they do is they have these things. I forgot what they're called. You guys have maybe used them. They're like these ovals. You hold the handles and you go in the water and then pull the trigger, and it can pull you under. They put on scuba stuff. They go to Tijuana. They go underwater and they just go along the bottom until they're like a mile into San Diego, and then they just pop up and walk in.
Right. I did
about
see that. Like, it's right on the beach, like where the wall ends.
Yeah.
You got a Mexican beach and an American beach. Like, what the fuck is
But
stopping you
they-
swimming around?
Border Patrol agents.
Right.
But there's a hole in the wall right there.
Well, if you're a really
So
good
it's-
surfer, you can just ride it on in.
But I think very little actually stopping these people. They have utter disdain for us, our country, our way of life. I told this story when I went to Tijuana, and we were
Talking about Biden, or are you talking about the people coming in?
both.
Okay.
And so I was in an Uber, and a guy was telling us that he had lived in America illegally for a decade, had to go home to visit his mom who was sick, and now he can't get back in. So he said that he hired smugglers, coyotes, to bring him in, and they climbed the wall, and he was at the top of it when Border Patrol came, so they pulled the ladder and ran, and he fell 40 feet and broke his leg.
Wow.
And then he was like, mark my words, I will get back in the country. I will live in America. And I'm sitting there like,
Wait, he fell on the Mexican side?
yeah, he fell off.
Yeah, he should have fallen the other way.
Then he would have gotten arrested and with a broken leg. And
We
so-
have free health care.
Sure. But I'm like, the fact that he's saying this to me, knowing like I'm an American, they just have utter disdain for us and our laws and all of that. They don't care. They literally don't. That's why there are people who come to this country legally, and there are people who gladly come here illegally.
That's why the people that are here illegally should be deported. That's why 70% of Americans are okay with deporting it. And the people that are in line to come here legally should be taken care of first. And then all the people that have been deported, you're not allowed to come back anymore because you broke the law to get here. That's the only reasonable result to what we have, the conditions we have now.
What you said, inline? You want to deport the inline?
No. The people that are here illegally need to be deported.
Oh, I thought you
Then
wanted
we
to get rid of all the bladers.
No, then we take care of the people that are what? No.
I'm looking at you, Carter.
Gotcha.
Carter's a rollerblader.
I am.
Why you want to throw him? Why you want to throw Carter under the bus like that?
I didn't.
You literally just did.
No.
Yes.
No. He's talking to Carter. You asked a different question. What would you ask? Phil, you said something.
I asked why he would want to throw Carter under the bus like that.
Yeah.
I think he rollerbladed under the bus by himself.
Lord.
Have you ever
Richie.
have you ever skated under a bus?
No.
I did. It was it was a truck. Remember in Thrashing, or was it Gleaming the Cube, where he just goes under? Yeah,
Claiming the cube.
yeah. I did it one time. Like there was a fire in Australia, so it was really slow freeway. Like this truck is crawling along. I'm like, I can do the Gleaming the Cube right now, and I went under the truck.
That is very dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
Don't do what Donnie don't does.
Agreed. So they pulled the auction. Like,
Thankfully.
so apparently that's what happened. I guess they tweeted out, Daily Wire tweeted out, they're not selling anymore. It's kind of wild. I mean, it is absolutely wild, the disdain that Biden has for this country. It's indescribable.
It's clearly disdain for the country. I mean,
Right.
I think that it's probably more accurate to say that he has disdain for Donald Trump and the incoming administration and the desires of the American people are irrelevant to him. Like he doesn't care that the American people don't like the policies that they've been instituted over the past 4 years. And to be honest with you, I think the Democrats as a whole, they do have the plan or the desire to import a certain amount of people, use HUD to spread them out to states that are purple, and flip those states to blue, and hopefully turn red states purple. That's the goal. I think that they still believe in the policy. The policy's called I forget what it was called. It's an HHS policy. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's an actual policy in effect. When people come, the refugee resettlement program. That's it. When people come and that's why the Democrats are always talking about asylees. It's legal to
Claim asylum.
Yeah, they claim asylum because when you come here and you claim asylum and you say I'm fleeing political persecution, you're supposed to go to the actual official border crossings, but they just come in and they let the border patrol or whoever pick them up, and they say I'm claiming asylum, and instead of doing the proper thing of saying you broke the law by doing this, that's not how you claim asylum, so you have to go back, what they say is, okay, we'll go ahead and process you. They process them. I don't know exactly how they process them, but they give them a piece of paper and say, okay, you've got a court date. Now go ahead and if you want, it used to be just let them into the interior, but now with the refugee resettlement program, they say, okay, stay here or whatever. We'll put you on a bus or put you on a plane and we'll send you somewhere. And the somewhere happens to be very frequently a purple state. A state where the Democrats are hoping to be able to flip. That's why there were so many Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. Ohio's a red state. They were trying to turn it purple. They want to see a flip. They want to see a change in the actual electorate.
And that's why they said Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy.
Yeah.
Because Trump gets in and deports everybody, and it reverses everything they've done. And I don't know if they can recover from this. And maybe recover is not the right word, but But no, probably they're evil people, and their evil plan is being thwarted.
Yeah. And it's clearly evil because it is in direct conflict with what the American people want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Kinda
have
has
utter
been that from
disdain
the
for
beginning.
that.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that speaks to the fact that just like Tim said, that the politicians and stuff have disdain for the American people and what the American people actually desire.
Well, I wonder how many of our politicians have assets outside the country too. We talk quite a bit about Nancy Pelosi and her stock trading, all that stuff. How often do we actually ask about perhaps the Panama Papers? Mm-hmm. How many of our politicians are involved in storing assets overseas because they're hedging against whatever it is they're doing to the United States?
I mean, technically, if you buy any stocks in overseas companies, that's the same thing, right? You can do that you can do it from your phone. You can do it from the Stash app. You can buy stocks on whether Acorns or Stash or any number of apps you can get on your smartphone, and you can link them up to your bank account, and you can buy stock in overseas markets. And I know you can buy European stocks. I know you can buy Chinese stocks. So I imagine they all do.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You know,
I think like I've described it as the Titanic hit the iceberg and they're trying to steal as much as they can and jump off of it before it sinks. So, or another way to describe it is that we're in a tailspin of their own doing, and they're trying to DB Cooper out the back, exit, and Donald Trump is trying to pull the plane.
Do you
back.
think this news about DB Cooper being found is credible?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do, and I don't.
Okay, so they found the parachute and they found the money, and this guy's like, yeah,
I find all of it though.
I think it could be a hoaxer. He's like, yeah, that was my dad. Old
No, it
old
was
DB.
the flight crew was in on it.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
That makes the most sense.
Go on.
The theory is that the flight crew was in on the heist, and so they just all give fake testimony so that they go look in the wrong direction.
And they all got paid out?
Perhaps, I don't know.
Well, I give them all.
Why else would they be in on it?
You know.
DB, what a legend.
Or fake story.
Yes.
So as far as claiming asylum,
yeah.
like I've tried a couple times, but they said I was too crazy.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Could you prove that you were being politically persecuted in your home country?
I don't
of
think he
Australia?
actually tried.
No, it was a fucking mental asylum. They turned me away every time.
Claim asylum.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.